Morning, Francis.
Good. I just want to just let people know who we be, why be, that's going on here. How long that you operated this business here?
I've had a presence here in this location since 1984. And I will mention the Olympics, but we started before that. We had gone to the Pan American Games in 1983. So I have been representing Antigua 1983, 1984. 1988, we went to Seoul, Korea. 1992 to the Barcelona Olympics. So that is, and then numerous other sporting events, triathlons. I started the Antigua Barbuda triathlon back in the day, which was very successful, etc., etc. But my presence here has been unbroken since 1980.
Let me ask you about what unbroken mean, because I don't want to assume nothing. It mean that every summer you come, or a couple of months a year you come?
I'm here January to December, every year.
Even though the tourist season is not January to December, you have been continuously here.
That is correct.
And this is your primary business, how you economically survive?
It is my only business.
Your only business?
That is correct, yes.
Right. And so the money that you derive here is what feeds you, pays your bills, supports yourself and your family?
That is correct.
Right. And this enterprise that you have here, have you ever had any complaints from people that you are being a nuisance, a menace, in any way negatively impacting guests and tourists that come here?
Not that I can recall. As a matter of fact, I've had many compliments from a lot of the tourists because, first of all, they like the colors, they like the brightness of the place, they like the position, they like the vibe that we bring. It's a local vibe. They come to the Caribbean to be on the beach, to sit down and enjoy places such as this.
And who are the primary customers that patronize your business here?
Nowadays, it's primarily cruise ship traffic people. Because, of course, we have all-inclusive properties
around.
Around. So we get little or no traffic from the all-inclusive properties. So the bulk of our business is from the cruise ship traffic, which runs from October to the end of April.
And so what would happen is that a boat would come in, and taxis and others, people may even walk over to the beach.
That is correct, yes. Yes.
So that they can lie out on the sand.
Absolutely.
And
the chairs and so on and so forth.
Take in some drinks and relax.
I've had people, clients, who have come back to me successively for decades almost. People come every year, people go cruise. These are older people now who spend a lot of time cruising and so on, but they have come back to this location specifically. They would walk from down the bottom of the beach because sometimes the taxis would drop them down the bottom, and they would walk up the beach. And they have said to me, we see this building, the property that's being developed behind you, we hope that when we come back next year, you will still be here.
And so, which brings me to the point here. More recently, you have been given notice that you have to move from this location. Have they explained to you what their ideas or theories are behind that you removing yourself from here?
Well, the initial word to me was that we were blocking the view from the rooms in the hotel.
And just so that I can let people know, you will note that there is no blocking of any rooms. The rooms that are furthest this side end almost on the boundary of the hotel here. So, and it's a low structure. So this structure is not a structure that is high, that is blocking anybody's view. So that was the argument, that you're blocking them, and as a result,
I was given notice that I have to remove myself from this location.
And so, because you've been here for some time, you have to remove yourself from the location, and their intention is to compensate you to remove, or to find a place for you to be removed to?
Well, there was mention of that in the initial instance, which has not materialized. There's no place to relocate to, and there was no mention of compensation. The people in the hotel had said to me that they would give me something.
Something that you negotiated with them?
No, not negotiable. This is what we're offering you. Take it or leave it. And besides that, if you decide to resist, we have government authority backing us. So if you don't decide to take the pittance that we're offering you, you will be removed forthwith.
That is so like the mafia to me that we are having in Antigua and Barbuda. And so some people who are foreign direct investors didn't born in Antigua and Barbuda collude with the government of Antigua and Barbuda to tell you that they're going to give you some money, whether or not that is represents what the value of your property is. And if you don't take it, or if you in any way object, they're going to withdraw that offer from you and mash down your property.
That's exactly correct.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, the reason I'm talking was because I approached the press and I decided to present my case to the public generally. I was told recently that I'm not going to receive the little money that the hotel had proposed to give me.
My God, now, if this not sound like our mafia case, where these direct investors that we have here are telling the man that born in Antigua, that run one business, he now out on the street, a thief, he now rob nobody, he now scam nobody. Pan one beach in the island that he born, and not only born, but represent for many years of his life, the minister responsible for tourism and the foreign direct investor have decided they're going to send him home with no money, with no compensation in Antigua and Barbuda. That can't be right. And what would be your ideal outcome as we wrap up the discussion, Mr. Kelsick?
That requires a little bit of consideration.
Do you want to stay here? Is this something you want to keep doing?
But yes, one of the reasons why I sort of resisted the movement and the offer of money, because this is a valuable spot. And now that things are bigging up on the beach, you have new hotel, there would be additional opportunities. Notwithstanding the fact that we would then be able to refurbish our place, big it up, nice it up, fresh it up, do whatever was required to remain here. But if I can add something very quickly. My father, Osmond Kelsick, was one of the foremost people who developed the tourism product in Antigua back in the day. I'm sure all the information regarding his position and his movements was readily available to all. They developed and built and developed Blue Waters Hotel from scratch, and this is back in the 60s. President of the Hotel Association, well known throughout in the Caribbean and throughout the world. So I am part of a family that has been on the forefront. I grew up in a hotel, actively engaged in the development of tourism in Antigua and Barbuda. And he has never been, I say again, he has never been given the accolades that he deserves, ever.
And here it is, that the government of Antigua and Barbuda, who presumably know that information that you are sharing, are coming to you, telling you that what they want to do is demolish your property, send you home, don't compensate you for any of that, while you must just sit down and be quiet about that.
That is correct. This was suggested to me by, as I mentioned before, the spokesman for the developers for the said hotel. The fact that you're making waves is enough to terminate whatever verbal arrangement that we've had. We've never had any sort of written formal discussion. There's always this verbal thing, well, we're going to give you this, we're going to give you that, etc., etc.
Well, Mr. Kelsick, I came down here today because I was here on Saturday, me myself, because I couldn't believe what you were telling me over the radio. Everybody should know that this initiated from a call on the media. I host Voice of the People and Observer Radio. And when you suggested to me